Hello students, welcome to my language guru. This is Anjali, your friend, your guide in your French language journey. In today's video, we will talk about how to elevate your French score in writing from CLB 5 to 7. You have prepared, you have worked hard, you have memorized the vocabulary, you leave the exam room feeling great, but you receive CLB 5 or 6. You haven't made any spelling mistakes or maybe a few spelling errors. Your grammar was okay, you have hit the word count. So what went wrong? CLB 5 means that examiner can understand what you have written, but your syntax is simple, it's repetitive and is heavily influenced by English or language patterns. Whereas CLB 7, your writing is argumentative, nuanced, and structurally French. Today we will move past basic advice, past generic advice, and we will unpack the exact linguistic shifts, grammatical structures, and organizational secrets that will instantly transform your writing from an ordinary intermediate level to a high-scoring CLB 5 masterpiece. Let's break it down. The first thing is decoupling the grading rubric. What do I mean by that? How does your writing get evaluated? The evaluation matrix. CLB 5 versus CLB 7. In CLB 5, answers the prompt but treats all points with equal brief depth. What do I mean by that is you are able to answer whatever the examiner has asked. You are tapping on all of the small questions, all on the rubrics, but the depth is same. Whereas a CLB 7 writer fully develops ideas, supports claims with concrete examples. A CLB 5 writer, your ideas flow sequentially, mostly using a, may, particle. Whereas to attain a CLB 7 writing, you have to use a matrix of logical connectors, clear paragraph structures. The lexical range for CLB 5 is standard everyday vocabulary, high reliance on words like bon, grand, problème. Whereas to attain CLB 7, your context-specific, sophisticated synonyms and idiomatic phrase. You have to use a high-end vocabulary. You have to replace your basic vocabulary with sophisticated synonyms. And grammar. In CLB 5, your grammar mostly consists of basic structures and you make little errors in complex tenses. Whereas to attain CLB 7, your grammar has to be a mix of simple and complex structures and sentences. Example, you have to use subjunctive, conditional. The syntactic complexity is something that is very important to attain CLB 7, which is to use relative pronouns like dont, lequel, laquelle. You have to also use structural cohesion. What do I mean by structural cohesion? You have to not use just basic connectors like premièrement, deuxièmement, en plus, pour finir. Instead, you can use cependant, qui, plus et, de plus, en autre, par conséquent, il en résulte que. So you have to use complex connectors. Okay, so this is the easiest way to elevate your writing, to upgrade your writing, is to use good complex connectors. Your vocabulary should be replaced by better synonyms. It should feel like a B2 writing. Third thing you can inculcate is intentional grammatical flags. Intentionally use subjunctive. You can use subjunctive of necessity, subjunctive of concession. You can also use conditional, conditional passé, conditional present. Use this complex grammatical structures. Make a structure for yourself. See what sentences are you comfortable with. Make a structure. I know it is difficult to form sentences on the spot, to form these complex structures on the spot. Practice beforehand with complex structures, so that in examination it is useful. You can just memorize couple of structures and use those. Use gerundive for cause and manner. Yes, there are exam specific execution strategies as well. The difference between TCF and TEF writing. In TEF we have 2 sections, whereas in TCF we have 3 sections. In TEF, a CLB 5 writer simply lists actions in passive composing. But to attain a CLB 7, you must master the delicate balance between imparfait and passive composing. For section B, for argumentative letter, it requires rigorous formal layout. You must start with formal letter headers, a clear statement of purpose, and end with flawless formal closing. For TCF, for your task 1 and 2, you have to pace the messages and the articles carefully. You have to divide your time accordingly, because task 1 and 2 are smaller tasks, whereas task 3 is a comparatively bigger task. It has 180 words in it, so you have to have more time for it. You have to use precise vocabulary for task 1 and 2 to keep your sentences brief and but highly descriptive. For task 3 is where you can make your CLB 7 score. You can use connectors. You can use powerful connectors here. You can use a structure, and you can deliver your personal perspective in singly, perfectly structured closing paragraphs. Everyone, this was a small insight on your TCF and TEF writing and how to elevate your score from 5 to 7. The basics are better synonyms, idiomatic sentences, and connectors. Use complex structures, use complex grammar topics. And that's it for today's session, everyone, for today's video, and we will catch up soon to learn more about other modules as well.